Right, so it is Wednesday night. Yeah, that's right. It's Wednesday night. Um, and I find myself just outside of Wellington. I'm in a little, I think it's a little suburb or neighborhood, might be a better word, called Wadestown, Wadestown, or something like that. The actual house number that I'm staying at is 5 Rankin Street, Rankin, 5 Rankin Street, if you want to Google that. Anyway, today, I could think of a lot of different quotes to describe today, but the first one that comes to mind is expect the unexpected, or maybe what can happen will happen. So as many of you that follow me know, I design websites, and I also host websites, which basically means that my clients, they own their domain name, the www part, they own that, but I own the website. So I keep the websites on a server at a company called GoDaddy, Danica Patrick, all that stuff. So I keep the websites on what's called a server at GoDaddy, and all of my clients, they have their own accounts at GoDaddy or other companies like that, and they keep their domains on these other accounts. Well, GoDaddy sent me an email today that they had moved the websites from server A over to server B, and that's how I've been explaining it to people all day. So they moved the website from server A to server B, and all these clients out there, their websites think the website's still over at server A. So needless to say, over 100 websites went down. And all day long I've been just dealing with phone calls and emails and bringing websites back up. And here I am in the capital of New Zealand, and the capital is literally 5 minutes away by car, and I haven't stepped barely a foot into that city. And I don't know if I will or won't. So anyway, and then interesting development today. I came down here to, I was exchanging some accommodations for some work. And the gal that owns this home, the woman, I should say, that owns this home, her and her husband, she's the daughter of Fenella, who was on the farm that I had just a wonderful visit with. So I came down here to actually do some work. With Sarah is her name, and Sarah has a friend, and the two of them want to start a business called The Cook and the Gardener. So the concept is they take people from the cruise ships that come in, and they come over to Sarah's house. She's the gardener, and they have tea and biscuits in the garden or something, and look at her home, which I guess is like a showcase home. And then when they're done here, they go over to 80's home, and 80 whips up like a New Zealand dish. So they want a website called The Cook and the Gardener. And I think that they thought that when I was pulling in, that, for an exchange for a few nights accommodation, that they'd be completely set up with a website. And it doesn't happen that way, unfortunately. Successful websites, just like any other business venture, take a considerable amount of planning and strategy and all that type of stuff. But anyway, the interesting thing about today was that Sarah's taking off to their vacation home tonight. I've got the home to myself. Her husband's out, having dinner or whatever. He's an attorney here in Wellington. So I'm here by myself, and before Sarah was getting ready to leave to their vacation home an hour north of Wellington, her girlfriends came over to meet. They were going to meet here and then go together and have a girls' night out, so to speak. And so we're sitting here talking, and one of the girls, one of the ladies, is from a city called Tauranga, Tauranga or something, and it's just north of Napier, where I was situated. It's supposed to be a gorgeous place on the Bay of Plenty. I don't know plenty of what, but the Bay of Plenty. All the bays here have names: Bay of Islands, Bay of Plenty. But anyway, so we're sitting here talking, having tea, afternoon tea. It's big down here. So we're having afternoon tea, and Sarah says to her friend, "Tom should do your mom's website." Turns out her mom raises Arabian horses. and she's got a farm up north on the eastern part of the island. And I went to look at the website, and it was like it wasn't much of a website at all. So anyway, they need a website for Arabian horses, and that type of a website would have to convey elegance, elegance and class, because those horses can cost up to $100,000. And they've had people from around the world fly in to look at buying these horses. So anyway, what I may be doing is I'm driving back up to Auckland this Thursday, Friday. It's about an 8-hour drive. I might do it in two days, 4 hours and 4 hours, just so I can work each of those days. Anyway, so what I may actually do is fly over to Melbourne on Monday. This coming Monday, I fly out and I go to Melbourne, and then I'm in Australia until the 17th of April when I fly back to California. But what I might do is come back to New Zealand and spend like a long weekend on the farm with the Arabian horses, and maybe do just do some exploratory discussion on doing a website for them. But that would be really cool, doing a website for an Arabian horse breeder. So anyway, that's the update for today, and talk to you later. All right, bye bye.